I've already expressed my opinions on the Orthodox Church and whether views on ecumenism are false. In fact, the Catholic Orthodox Church just broke communication with the Catholic Church, so any hope for reunification is now lost. But I would like to add one more thing that I forgot to mention in the previous video on why Orthodoxy and their doctrines are false. And that main thing is the Filioque. Now, the Filioque is a clause that was added into the Nicene Creed around mid-6th century, which states that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son. However, many people within the Catholic Church saw this as heresy, and those same people are now called the Orthodox Church, and they schismed from the Church in 1054, even though the Filioque is added in by the Catholic Church because of doctrinal reasons. And to fix those doctrinal issues, the Catholic Church included the Filioque so that there would be no more schism, or no controversy. But they still found this as false, and they schismed away from the Church. And not even just because of this, but other theological problems. But this, one of the main ones. Now, there's tons of biblical evidence for this, such as John 20, when the Holy Spirit descends upon Mary and the apostles through Jesus being there. Acts 2:33, where it says that the Father sent the Holy Spirit to Jesus so that it may pour upon us. And even the church fathers, historically, the people that built the church, that helped the church to become what it is today, and some of the earliest Christians who formed early Christian doctrine, core Christian doctrine that we still teach today, and even in other denominations, believed in the Filioque. Tertullian, Hilary of Poitiers, St. Basil, Maximus, Cyril of Alexandria. Yet they will deny this because we may never know. But because they wanted to stick to tradition so much that they even denied accepting new stuff that was better for the church, really. That was having a great impact on the church. That having these changes affected the church greatly. And when I say greatly, I don't just mean it impacted largely. I mean it impacted it positively. It was a great impact, such a positive impact. And now we know that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son, because Jesus gives us new life. That the Holy Spirit, that through Him, that we may obtain what comes from the Father. Nobody gets to the Father except through Him, so that must mean that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son. For it is through the Son that we get to the Father, and it is through the Son that we may obtain salvation, that we may obtain the Holy Spirit. So Orthodoxy and its doctrines have many theological problems with basic Christian doctrine, Christology. And so we have to fend that off with historical arguments and spiritual reasoning. Not just academic reasoning, but also spiritual reasoning. Because it is by Jesus Christ that we have theology. And it is through theology that we may learn more about Jesus Christ and His church. So thank you guys for watching. Ave Christus Rex and Ave Ave Maria.